Hey guys, today we are trying out two new Kiko products. I don't know if these are new overall or just new to Ulta. So I picked these up. This is the Kiko Milano Full Coverage 2-in-1 Foundation. Looks like this. This is in the shade N60. And I also picked up the Full Coverage Concealer in 05. It is a pot concealer. So we try out both of these today. We do a nice long wear test on them. Also, if you are new here, I always want to let you guys know that I use all natural lighting. I want you guys to see my skin, my imperfections, and I want you to see how these products cover it. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, okay, I'm gonna get choked. If you do, I hope you subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to go ahead and hop in. Okay, so I'm going to do half the face with a sponge and half with a brush. We'll see which one we like better, kind of go from there. This does have a doe foot, which I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some on the skin. This feels a bit different than I thought it would, to be honest. It has some give to it. I like the doe foot on this. So when I say half and half, I technically normally mean like I'm going to do most of this with a sponge, but the cheeks are my main area of concern. So I will do one cheek with a brush and one cheek with a sponge. That way we can really see the coverage if one is really better than the other. I'm using my LA Girl sponge today. I'm back on that wagon. I really like it. All right, let's see. Ooh, the coverage looks really nice. Wow, okay. It's not super full coverage by any stretch. I don't know. Give me a second. We'll see. It's definitely covering. I would just say with a sponge, this is probably high medium coverage. Off first go, of course. Didn't really cover the nose as well as I would have liked. Ew, and it's not sitting good on the nose either. Ugh. All right, let's put some more on the nose, because that does not look good. I'm gonna let it sit for a second. Then on this side, we'll go ahead and use a brush. I didn't apply as much product as it looks. I just spread it out more. Okay, so brush, start pushing this side in. We'll see what kind of coverage we get. This is supposed to be buildable, so let's hope it is truly buildable. All right, I definitely got a bit better coverage with the brush. Here's our sponge side. Here's our brush side. So I am going to build this up. We'll see. I'm going to use the brush. I might go over it with a sponge, but I'm going to use a brush to try to build up the coverage more. I'm really hoping this is full coverage. We can get it there. This shade is really, really nice for me right now. Okay, so I'm going to start pushing it in. Hopefully it builds. Oh yeah, definitely builds nicely. I'm not gonna put it on the under eyes. We're gonna use a Kiko concealer for that. And I don't typically use my foundation as concealer anyway. Even if it is a 2-in-1, it's normally not how I roll. Okay, so same thing over here. Definitely buildable. I like the way it looks with the second layer. For sure, it definitely gave us more coverage. The finish is really nice. It's not heavy. I'm liking it so far. I'm just hoping the nose might be the problem here. Okay, this definitely looks better than our first go at it, but the nose does not look great. If you guys watch my videos, you know my nose can definitely be a problem area for sure. And this is no exception. It does not look very good. Polka dot pores. It's not great. it's definitely not great. And then this is the full coverage concealer. So let me grab my concealer brush here. This is a little pot form. Does have a cute little mirror in there. So I'm gonna grab some, see if this sets on its own. I'm not sure if it does. All right, let me grab some more here. Okay, nothing's coming off, so I'm gonna use my finger, warm the product up. It's very emollient, so let's do that. But nothing wanted to come off on my brush, so we will see. I don't want to use too much here. I think this would be a good concealer if you wanted to just use your fingers, period. But it's kind of hard getting it out. Like, it's so emollient, it just doesn't even want to come out. Like, it doesn't even apply to your finger very well. Okay, I'll try the brush first. I don't know if the brush is gonna work very well. Okay, let's switch over. I'm gonna take the sponge directly in. Let's see if that does any better, because I'm just not getting much off with my fingers even. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Straight in with a sponge. Right off the bat, I don't think it's full coverage. I don't think it looks very good on the under eyes. It's almost like there's, I don't know, it's just too emollient. It doesn't have a whole lot of coverage in my opinion. Like, it doesn't compare to my other full coverage concealers. But I don't really like the way it blends either. You can see it does have coverage. Like, it is covering the red spot on my nose. But I don't think it's very flattering on the under eye. So let's hope the foundation's better than the concealer, because I'm not a fan of the concealer. I can go ahead and tell you that. I have several concealers that I love. This one takes a bit more time. You really have to build it up on the skin. So I can already tell you I'm not a big fan. We'll see how it wears, all of that. But as of right now, not loving it. So I'm going to, let me see. This is setting, but it's not completely set yet. But I think if I give it another minute or two, it will fully set on its own, which I like. So I'm going to go off camera, do the rest of the face, under eyes. I will set. They're definitely way too dewy right now, so they will have to be set. And then I'll come back, we'll check in, and then we're gonna do a nice long wear test on this. So I'll see you guys in just a few. Okay guys, we are back, full face done. I think everything looks pretty good, but I will say, as it kind of set, it did set on its own. It does feel makeup-y. I won't say it feels heavy, because it doesn't feel incredibly heavy like some foundations do, but you can feel it. It is there. It is somewhat makeup-y. Now, we will definitely do a wear test on the foundation. It looks pretty good. The nose is kind of a in between, but I can, like I said before, I can go ahead and tell you I don't like the concealer. Don't like it at all. It's even pilling a bit, lifting, doing some really weird stuff. I have a concealer that I love, which is a pot concealer. I've talked about it over and over and over, but the Hint Duet Concealer, by far, I mean, no comparison, blows this one out of the water. It's just not my cup of tea, so hard pass on this one. We'll see how the foundation wears, and then I will check in with you guys a little later, and we will go from there. Hey guys, it's only been about 2.5 hours. I did another video trying out some other eyeshadows and face stuff, and I'm not having the best reaction to the eyeshadow. I'm going to try to remove it without removing the foundation. We'll see how that goes. So I just wanted to let you guys know, just in case I come back with no makeup on, that is why. I'm going to just try to remove the eyeshadow, but like I said, we'll see. So as of right now, nothing has really changed. It's not done anything weird or anything like that. I'm pretty sure I know how I feel about this one, but I'm gonna try to give it longer, see how it wears. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, so we are back. It's been 10 hours. You know how I feel about the concealer. That's a definite no-go. I tried a new eyeshadow palette and it was not agreeing with my eyes, so I had to remove it, but I did keep the rest of the face on. Thank goodness. Okay, this foundation isn't bad. I don't think it's full coverage whatsoever, period. I think it's medium coverage, maybe high medium coverage, but there's no, it's kind of like it's just okay. It doesn't blow me away, but it's not awful. So it's just okay. I wouldn't really recommend it. I like that it sets on its own. I like the coverage, but when something says foundation and concealer full coverage, I expect it to be kind of, wow, really opaque full coverage, and that's not this. So, I mean, it wore pretty nicely. It looks terrible on the nose. It has since we started. So it's just kind of meh. That's what I think of it. So I don't not recommend it, but I definitely don't recommend it. It's just one of those that's all right. I have way too many foundations that I do really like to kind of go with the mediocre one. Same for you guys. I don't want to tell you something that's just not accurate. I'm going to tell you how it wore on me, and that's exactly how it is. So it's just meh. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, I hope you subscribe and click that bell, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.